Oh hi, Pauline again. I'd just like to show you some of the jewellery I've been making using some of the other elements that I've been using. So earlier in my book I talked about the driftwood and how I created the seahorse, and here is a scallop necklace where I've detailed the gold actually around it, done a little gold finding and actually mounted it on a gold chain. Now I go on to a shell that had been sliced in half. You then fill it with lots of different shells, and that's filled with resin. In hindsight, the green glass is a little bit big, but it was sea glass and I really liked it. I then move over maybe to the sphere. This is one that didn't work as well as I'd liked. I know I said earlier that the mould just didn't come out as smoothly as I like, and there was a line right round it that I had to sand away, and it just didn't work. These are made from a natural bezel. The beach actually wore away the backs of the limpet shells, and I quite like that idea, so I then filled them with sea glass and small shells and just created a pair of earrings like that. And then across here again, this is a piece of sea glass with extremely tiny little sea mollusks. They are extremely small, and I just love the idea of using them in the jewellery. Across here, this is a wooden bezel. I didn't make this myself, but this is something I would really love to use, and filled it with sea glass, which sort of catches the light in quite an appealing way that I really liked. And moving across the board, this is the sea glass that I made with the little seahorse and resin and pieces of driftwood and seaweed. One of my favourite pieces actually, I really like this piece. Moving again to resin and using the tiny little stones. These are a pair of earrings. Within them is seaweed and tiny little tiny seashells that I think work really well within this. And then really lastly across here too, this is a really strange thing, but I had a mouse mould. I loved the way it came out. Filled it with shells, played around a little bit with the tail, trying lots of different things like twisted metal and beading, and found that a combination of leather and beads I liked. I just put a little tiny finding in the top, and really, you know, that's a part of my jewellery collection that I've been making.